Wythall on the North Warwickshire Line, or the Shakespeare Line. Let's have a quick look round Wythall. It's on the slight curve. First opened in 1908 on the 1st of July as Grimes Hill platform, and then in 1914 it became Grimes Hill Wythall Halt. 1927 it became Grimes Hill and Wythall platform, and in 1974 it became just Wythall. According to Road and Rail, it has 58,500 passengers a year, give or take a few hundred, I expect. Doing the walk from Wythall to Earlswood. It's Earlswood, West Midlands. I'm not walking all the way to Surrey. Well, I'd say we're walking from Wythall to Earlswood station. The first bit of road was an A road. This one I was hoping to be quite quiet. I think it's a rat run. There's several cars going along here. No pavements, so you have to be a bit careful. If I disappear in a minute, you know something's gone wrong. Why walk between Wythall and Earlswood? Because that's what us rail enthusiasts do, stupid things like this. Could have waited for the train, but it's a pleasant walk. It's not a long walk. A couple of 3 miles. If that. Just coming up to the junction where I think we turn right. It's not now far to Earlswood. Recognise this from Google Street View. The next hump in the road is the bridge over the railway. The left hand turn down there is to the station, as the sign says. But I want to come up and get a stills picture of it from the bridge, if that's possible. Oh, that's nice. I didn't think it would be that easy, but the path divides into two and runs behind a fence, so it's even more safe. There's one of the slopes leading down to the platform. I want a shot from the bridge first. Oh! Earlswood. Again, access all areas, slopes both sides. See what we've got at Earlswood. What can you say about Earlswood station that hasn't been said by 101 other vloggers, but here we go. Opened as Earlswood Lakes, and in 1974 just went back to Earlswood. 28,000 people, according to Road and Rail, use the station on an annual basis. The waiting shelters have gone away from the line's familiar concrete huts onto these, quite stylish actually as bus waiting shelters go. I like them. The station's Shakespeare branding is Comedy of Errors, and funny enough there's only one Harrington hump on platform 2. Apart from that, there's bins, a ramp, help point, plants. Quite a nice station really. That's a find, isn't it? Lovely old-fashioned milepost. Oops. Just having a water and a sandwich at Earlswood. We'll wait for the 1304 to Wootton and Wawen. We've actually swung back from the shelters at Earlswood to the concrete huts. There's a bridge one end of the station, and this end of the station there's two very lengthy ramps to get from one platform to the other. You almost have to walk back to Earlswood to do it. Let's have a look, see how long it takes. There we are. 3 days later, we're on platform 2. Let's have a look at this map and what I've got left to do. We are obviously at Wootton Wawen. So Wootton Wawen's ticked, Henley and Arden's ticked, Danzy's ticked, Wood End, the Lakes, Earlswood, Wythall, Whitlock's End, Shirley, and that's where it ends there. If I have to carry on with it, I've got to do Hall Green, Spring Road and Yardley Wood next. Well, there we go, that's it. We end up at Wootton and Wawen. Very much enjoyed the 3 stations today. This one's probably the lesser interesting stations because it's so straight. The other two have got a nice curve, but on the other hand it's a lovely setting, verdant, sort of relaxing. You could spend an hour here waiting for a train. I've only got 20 minutes. But the ramp at the end of the platform that goes miles down before you go under the road, that's interesting. And there's an old milepost on the other side which we pointed out. Brilliant, yeah. Back to the concrete shelters that we lost for a while at Earlswood. Well, there we are. That's another 3 stations on the North Warwickshire Line, or the SHAKESPEARE Line. If you got this far with this video, take my hat off to you, but thanks anyway. Next week, it's the Henley on Thames branch from Twyford.